believe that they gave me a raw deal because this industry is a monster. It's the same monster that these Me Too trying to...
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like...
Now, obviously, you know, this is a really sad time right now, but we're celebrating his life. Your thoughts right now on the situation and the timing of this tragedy?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's just somebody that changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Somebody I'll always love and cherish.
Hollywood's biggest secret wasn't a scandal. It was the terrifying truth Michael Jackson knew, a truth that could bring down empires. Welcome to the Fame Game, where we uncover the untold stories of Hollywood's elite. If you're ready to dive deep into the mysteries and truths behind the glitz and glamour, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. This industry is a monster. That chilling confession comes from an insider who experienced Hollywood's dark side firsthand. It's the same monster that many try to expose, a system that devours its own. The nauseating standing ovations, the spinelessness of Hollywood, it all points to a disturbing truth. The cool club isn't so cool anymore. We're here today to celebrate a life, but also to confront the tragic timing of undeniable truths.
You're not supposed to do this in my business. I'm up here doing something that nobody else in this business has the balls to do. I'm telling you something that you need to know. I'm trying to explain to you what you're seeing. You don't know?
Michael Jackson, the king of pop, didn't just change lives. He became a living legend. But beyond the music and the moonwalks, he held secrets. Secrets from rooms where cameras weren't allowed, whispers that could shatter careers and reputations. While others simply played the Hollywood game, Michael seemed to hold the rulebook. His Neverland ranch wasn't just a home, it was a fortress, built on undeniable leverage. Tonight, we reveal why the most powerful figures in the industry trembled at the mere mention of Michael Jackson's name. To understand his power, we must first look at those who dared to defy the system. Dave Chappelle was the canary in the coal mine. He was the first major star to publicly expose the true nature of the industry. His experience offers a blueprint of how Hollywood operates and why Michael's resistance made him the ultimate threat.
I'm glad you're here. Everybody wants to know, why'd you walk away from $50 million?
I wasn't walking away from the money. I was walking away from the circumstances with the newfound plateau.
Yeah.
It was completely outside of my frame of reference.
The public narrative was simple. Dave Chappelle had a nervous breakdown. He walked away from a $50 million deal, went to Africa, and seemingly lost his mind. The media painted him as unstable and unreliable. But here's what the public didn't know. Dave wasn't running from success. He was escaping the same machine that ultimately consumed Michael Jackson. Imagine standing on stage revealing truths that no one else in the business dares to speak. Dave was publicly flogging a network, knowing they were watching, wondering why he was exposing them so openly. He understood the feeling of public humiliation, having faced it himself. When he quit his show, they called him crazy, accused him of smoking crack. "I was a devout Muslim," he stated. "I didn't smoke or drink, but I do now because you ruined my life." This brutal retaliation wasn't random. It was a systematic destruction designed to silence anyone who considered exposing the truth.
Feel about him as a person, as an artist?
Martin Lawrence is the guy that showed everybody you can make it from DC to Hollywood. And I had a personal stake in his success. Every time he did something, it made me feel inspired and really good. And he was always real nice to me. He'd sit me down, "What's going on with you, baby boy? What?"
When Dave revealed you are not allowed to do that publicly, he was exposing the unwritten rule Michael Jackson violated every time he spoke his mind, every time he refused to conform. And here's where the dots connect. Dave's experience with Oprah Winfrey mirrors Michael's. Oprah, a master of narrative control, couldn't package Dave's truth any more than she could control Michael's resistance. She tried to frame his legitimate concerns as mental instability, a playbook she used against Michael for decades. The perception was that Dave fled to Africa out of paranoia, a half-truth. The full truth was that he recognized the exact pressures Michael Jackson endured his entire career. Hollywood doesn't just want your talent, it wants your soul. Dave's escape to Africa parallels Michael's retreat to Neverland. Both men sought sanctuaries away from Hollywood's corrupting influence. Both were labeled eccentric, unstable, and disconnected from reality. But what if their isolation wasn't madness? What if it was the only way to preserve their sanity in a system designed to break them?
Go and prep that hotel room, which consisted of baby oil Astroglide, candles, incense, liquor, lights, tons of toiletries, drugs.
Dave's analysis of Martin Lawrence provides further insight into how the industry handles resistors. The public was told Martin had a breakdown, but Dave asked the real questions. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, "They are trying to kill me"? Martin, Mariah Carey, and Dave himself, all strong individuals yet subjected to immense pressure. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, Dave observed. It's dismissive. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
Winfrey opened up about her decision to speak to Michael Jackson's accusers for her After Neverland special when she stopped by The Daily Show on Wednesday night. Last month, Winfrey made headlines when she sat down with Michael Jackson accusers for Oprah Winfrey Presents After Neverland, which aired on HBO following the explosive documentary about the singer titled Leaving Neverland.
Even though we're on a cruise, is watching all the newses and reading all the newspapers, and she said, "Something's happened to Michael. I don't think it's good."
While Dave learned these lessons, another industry insider, Mel Gibson, quietly observed the same patterns. After decades in Hollywood, Gibson understood the entertainment industry's social contract, the missing piece to Michael Jackson's unique power. Most believe Hollywood runs on talent and luck, but the reality is far more sinister. It operates under an unspoken agreement that protects the guilty and silences the innocent.
Ethos or somebody once said my problem was I didn't understand the social contract here. I now understand what that means.
Yeah.
Do you understand it?
The social contract?
Yeah.
I think I do.
Yeah. What is it for you?
Michael Jackson was the one person who never signed that contract. Gibson describes this contract as an unspoken deal where you can't get mad when you're inevitably betrayed. You're expected to still try and love those people because it ain't personal. Here, Gibson reveals what the public rarely grasps. Hollywood isn't just a business, it's a battleground where betrayal is currency and silence is survival. This psychological conditioning keeps celebrities in line, but Michael Jackson was different. While others accepted betrayal, Michael documented it. While others developed resilience, Michael maintained his principles. They couldn't break him psychologically, so they had to destroy him publicly. This social contract explains why so many celebrities remained silent for decades. It was programming. Betrayal is business, predators are power players, and speaking out means career deletion. Dave Chappelle's dress conspiracy perfectly illustrates this programming. Every black man in the movies is in a dress at some point in their career, Dave observed. He recalled a scene for a movie with Martin Lawrence where he was expected to wear a dress. Dave refused, saying, "I'm funnier than a dress, just give me something funny to say." The immediate pressure mounted with arguments about cost and how all the greats have done it. Yet Dave stood firm. 10 minutes later, a whole new scene was written. This revealed the industry's quick pivot when faced with adamant refusal. Michael Jackson witnessed decades of this manipulation. Unlike Dave, who could escape to Africa, Michael lived under constant scrutiny. the industry launched its standard campaign: discredit his character while celebrating his talent. They weaponized his eccentricity, turning his privacy into perceived guilt. But Michael was playing chess while they played checkers, meticulously documenting evidence that he could have shattered their empire. His moral compass refused to accept the social contract of silence. This is why Oprah and Diddy were reportedly terrified. In a system built on mutual corruption and guaranteed silence, Michael Jackson was the ultimate wild card, someone with global influence and nothing left to lose. Oprah Winfrey built her empire on narrative control, deciding who gets sympathy, redemption, or destruction. But Michael Jackson was the one celebrity she could never fully control, and her treatment of him reveals a disturbing pattern. Oprah made headlines for her After Neverland special, interviewing Michael Jackson's accusers after the Leaving Neverland documentary. "If they ever found out what we were doing, he and I would go to jail," she stated, referring to the backlash. She explained she felt many people would be triggered and wouldn't understand the pattern of seduction. The timing of her actions was deliberate. Oprah gave a platform to accusers against Michael when he could no longer defend himself, yet she ignored victims of Harvey Weinstein when he was still powerful. This isn't journalism, it's strategic character destruction. Remember to like this video if you're finding this deep dive compelling. When Michael died, Oprah immediately distanced herself, claiming they weren't friends. Yet that she had interviewed him multiple times, visited Neverland, and publicly supported him. Her sudden denial hints at a deeper fear, the fear of being associated with someone who died before his influence could be neutralized. The pattern continues when examining Oprah's other relationships. In 2007, she opened a $40 million boarding school for girls in South Africa, handpicking 152 students. But soon, scandals emerged. An employee was charged with 13 counts of inappropriate behavior, physically harming students aged 13 to 15. Later, another incident involved a 15-year-old coercing other girls into inappropriate behaviors and lying to investigators. Despite these multiple mistreatment scandals, Oprah faced no serious consequences. Compare this to her aggressive approach toward Michael, where one unproven allegation led to documentaries and specials. Some people even link Oprah Winfrey to Harvey Weinstein. They were friends for over 2 decades, and many believe she knew about his reputation long before the Me Too movement. When Weinstein faced public exposure, Oprah allegedly offered her support, despite her team's denials. Rose McGowan publicly tweeted, "I'm glad more people are seeing the ugly truth of Oprah. She protected Harvey Weinstein for years, calling him a wonderful father, even after rumors surfaced. Only when his downfall was inevitable did she distance herself." While Oprah mastered narrative control, Jim Carrey was also awakening to the same truths Michael Jackson lived with. Unlike Dave, who escaped early, Jim played the game for decades before seeing the machine for what it truly was. He expressed disgust at the spinelessness of Hollywood after the Will Smith Oscar incident, calling it a clear sign that they were not the cool club anymore. Jim Carrey's revulsion mirrors Michael's frustration with an industry that protects predators while destroying truth-tellers. The Will Smith incident was just another example of celebrities abandoning their moral compass to preserve the system. Jim even openly joked about the Illuminati and its all-mocking tongue on late-night TV, calling himself a whistleblower. When he says everyone knows about it, he's validating what Michael tried to expose. Hollywood's systematic corruption isn't hidden, it's normalized. Everyone participates, stays silent, and pretends it's just business. Enter Phil, Diddy's former employee, who paints an even darker picture. Phil witnessed the lavish millions-dollar parties, and the gloss quickly wore off as his tasks became more sinister. He was ordered to source a constant supply of drugs and carry a Diddy pack with marijuana and mushrooms everywhere. He witnessed wild king nights, intimate gatherings where he was tasked with prepping hotel rooms with baby oil, Astroglide, candles, incense, liquor, and drugs. While not in the room, he knew exactly what went on behind closed doors. His job even included deleting incriminating videos from Diddy's iPhones and iPads. Phil believed Diddy was a clean businessman, but soon realized he had a severe addiction, not just once every few weeks, but every day, every hour. This is what Michael witnessed firsthand: the systematic preparation, employee participation, and institutional support for mistreatment. Michael didn't just suspect corruption, he watched it operate at the highest levels. The pattern is undeniable. Dave Chappelle escaped to Africa. Jim Carrey retreated from the spotlight. Mel Gibson exposed the social contract. But Michael Jackson did something far more dangerous. He stayed and collected evidence. While others played the game or fled, the king of pop became the system's greatest threat. His fortress at Neverland wasn't just a retreat. It was an intelligence operation, documenting decades of Hollywood's darkest secrets. Every industry party, every private conversation, every whispered confession. Michael was building a case that could have brought down entire empires. Two questions remain. If Michael's evidence still exists, who has it now? And are other celebrities currently collecting similar intelligence, waiting for the right moment to expose what Michael died trying to reveal? The truth always finds a way to surface. Sometimes it just takes 15 years and two fearless comedians willing to speak what the king of pop couldn't live to tell. If you loved this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts in the comments below.